didn't mention it, but I distinguish two different types of seeking. One that comes from a sense of lack, and one that comes from a sense of fullness. Implicit in what I've said about seeking thus far is the seeking that comes from a sense of lack. So, to give you an example, you may feel that something is missing, something is lacking, you feel incomplete, and that sense of incompletion compels you to seek something or someone to fulfill yourself. That would be a desire that comes from a sense of lack. But you could also feel a sense of sufficiency, a sense of fullness. You could be completely at peace or feel very loving and call a friend and say, do you want to come over for dinner or should we go for a walk? And that's also a desire. You're seeking something. But that search, that desire, doesn't come from lack. It's an expression of your inherent fullness. So when I speak about speaking, unless I qualify it otherwise, I'm always speaking about this seeking that comes from a sense of lack.
Thank you. I think that is a really important distinction. Feels helpful. If I may, there was yet another aspect of this agitation, and I had some of your books on my Kindle, and so I was looking up seeking kind of on there to kind of get more, and I came across something you'd said about like the resistance to the now, the resistance to what is present as being another aspect of the agitation that can come up, and that resonated with me also, and I feel like I'm on some kind of precipice for taking a next step towards fully receiving like the now, and but I don't quite know how to do that yet.
So first of all, about resistance. Yes, resistance is a kind of inverted form of seeking. I don't want what is present. I want what is not present. They're the same. Philip, when you next feel this this longing, this sense of lack that compelled you last night to go to one of my books on your Kindle and look it up, pause, put your Kindle away, because by escaping into the Kindle, you're preventing yourself from having to fully feel the discomfort of your search. Now, you're not escaping from the discomfort of your search through drugs and alcohol, and it's a very legitimate search. You're searching in a spiritual book, but it's just a more refined search. You're still escaping. Don't. That's what I tried to say last night when I spoke, first of all, of the conventional search for happiness in the world, in objects, substances, activities, but then the more refined spiritual search in practices, methods, and so on. That sooner or later, that has to come to an end. You have to stop avoiding this longing in yourself. Turn around, face it. Don't do anything, even anything spiritual, to avoid it. Because if you do something spiritual to avoid it, you're allowing it to perpetuate itself. You're legitimizing it by seeking in some spiritual realm. There'll be if you don't open your Kindle, you don't watch the next non-dual YouTube clip, but you just pause and you face the discomfort of this core seeking in you, your mind will go into a rebellion. You'll go stir crazy. It will be so uncomfortable. Your mind will say, "Oh, read a spiritual book or watch anything." That's not really spiritual. It's just a refined form of avoidance. It would be much more truly spiritual to not do anything, but to turn around and face the discomfort of this longing in you. And it's probably the one, I was going to say the one practice, the one non-practice that you've never done anything but face the discomfort of this longing. So I recommend trying that. And if there's a rebellion in your mind because of the discomfort, just sit it out and allow the rebellion to rise, allow it to subside. Because what you're seeking is on this side of your seeking. It's not, seeking can never be fulfilled satisfactorily. This deep existential longing, it can never be fulfilled. Even spiritually, it can only be undermined, or it can only subside. So be careful. To begin with, all our spiritual practices and books and everything, they're all necessary, they're helpful. We should engage in them, but be sensitive to the time when they cease being helpful and become a hindrance. They cease undermining the separate self and instead perpetuate it. So I say that because I'm not suggesting that to read spiritual books and watch YouTube clips and so on is not valuable. It is, until it becomes a subtle means of avoiding the discomfort of our feelings.
Thank you. That's really quite encouraging.